Okay,
Let's go.
ready for this?
Hey,
We've been here, man.
Sex life.
Woo!
Hey.
Yeah, you know
It's
people
gonna
be
be-
hitting me for this.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good discussion. It's gonna be a good discussion. I hope y'all all watched it, so y'all can keep up with what's going on and
We making a whole lot of changes too.
Oh yeah.
Y'all, we coming with the, what did we call it, the suit and tie, or what we gonna have?
Suit Saturday.
Suit Saturday. We working on that right now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get it, man. What's up, family?
What's happening?
It's good to see you, my brother.
For sure.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Welcome to DD2, Day 2. First of all, let me apologize because a lot of people, I've been promoting this sex life for a while now.
Yeah, we were supposed to do it yesterday. Actually, we were supposed to do it
Do
like
weeks ago.
Yeah.
My kids were here for summer.
Yep.
So, daddy first.
Mm-hmm.
We take that job very serious.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
daddy first, so kind of delay everything. So they left on Friday. Guess what? Shout out to the mother of my kids. I appreciate you picking them up.
For sure.
Gotta show love to all the mothers. Man.
Always.
Got to. So with that being said, we have a serious topic. Y'all gonna hear from the man's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're gonna talk about Sex Life.
Yeah.
It's a series
On Netflix.
on Netflix. If you've not seen it, go see it. Before we get started, I'm gonna let my brother introduce himself. Y'all should know by
It's
now.
Pablo, retiree / business owner, entrepreneur. We're just gonna give my opinion on the series and how I think it's gonna affect women as a whole, and
Our community.
the community period. So we're gonna get to it, and I think you just finished it up, right?
I just finished it up, man. And he already. Okay, let's do this, man.
Okay.
The name is EFE. I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing, everybody hitting me up on IG, YouTube. We're coming back with the FaceTime. People been asking.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to thank everybody for their support. We got a lot of things lined up this year. Yahweh has been faithful. The universe has been faithful. Let's get it. The way we're going to start it, though, I want you to just kind of like tell us just a little bit of your thought, what you thought about the movie, the making and everything. I'm going to tell you, and then we're going to break it down step by step from the stuff we remember. I'm going to take some notes too.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Just give us an overview of what you think.
Well, pretty much, I think it's a setup, man. I think it's a setup. Everything is usually like some kind of promotion. You know what I'm saying? And I think they trying to get rid of the how can I say, the institution of marriage of what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? The gender roles basically. And they giving women the illusion that you can have it all within a marriage. If you think about, the concept that they, trying to give is what was the last thing she said? I'm not leaving my husband, but
I can't have it all.
exactly.
Plus the sex.
Yes.
That's exactly what
Exactly.
she said.
So in this series, she has a man, she has a husband.
We're going to break that down. Give me an overview, man.
Okay.
When you're done with the overview, we're going to start
Yeah.
dissecting it.
So in a nutshell, that's what I believe. I believe that they're promoting the image that a woman can have it all within her marriage. She can take a husband and an old boyfriend and put them together to create the perfect guy for her.
Oof.
Yeah.
I like that.
So-
I like that. I didn't think that. You see, I seen it. I didn't even want to see it. My man's right here is the reason I wanted to see it. I saw the first part and I'm like, man, I'm not watching. I will try not to curse today because that movie pissed me off a little bit. Because some of us can relate to it.
Yeah.
If you've been through a divorce before, you can relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I seen it and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to watch it, but he was like, we gotta talk about it because we come in with this Suit Saturday where we're gonna talk about relationship, divorce, and all that.
Yeah.
Now, what I think about it, man, I think this is going to be the new era we're going into. I really think what movies, most movies, kind of like predict where we're going into now, where marriage don't even matter anymore.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. You know, I was just telling him, I'm like, we live in an era before where there's no longer sacrifice when it comes to institution now. I'm done, I'm out. That's how it works.
But here's the thing.
That's my thought.
There's a lot of different things that are happening that are gonna open the eyes of a lot of women. Some women, they're gonna try to stick around and thug it out, but some women, most women, are gonna get on board. Well, because for one, as you can see what the government is doing, okay, prostitution is becoming legal.
Yeah.
It's already legal in California. It's legal in New York.
All the liberal places.
Before long, the rest of the states are gonna follow. Okay, so why are they doing this? They doing it because these checks are about to stop. A lot of the women are gonna go back to work to realize and find out they don't have a job. So the government is making it legal for them to sell themselves.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, not just that. I don't know if you've been keeping up with OnlyFans. OnlyFans is over now. So one of the things Kevin Samuels was saying,
over. Is
yeah.
The porno side is over.
Exactly, but that's how they was making the money. Okay, I mean, you know, they ain't gonna make that money posting nudes. You know what I'm saying? They were making the money with the videos, with the with the with the one-on-one contact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that that's over with, women are already crying. There's been numerous videos on YouTube already of these women crying.
That you're taking money from.
Yeah, like they didn't know. Like, we made y'all who y'all are, and you know, all this or whatever. They are like boo-hoo crying all over YouTube about what's going on with OnlyFans. And like, it's women on there like, that's all I know how to do. I don't know how to do anything else. Boo-hoo crying.
Let's start it. Let's get it. Okay, first part, sex life. When we started watching it, it's a story about a woman who got married. Let's just start from the beginning.
Okay.
When this lady got married, what's the name of the guy? One of them is Brad. The other one was?
Cooper.
Cooper. Let's start from the very beginning, the institution of marriage. When that lady got married, what was wrong from the very beginning getting married?
The husband knew nothing about her past at all, period. He knew nothing about her past. So she basically recreated herself for him. He didn't know what her life was like before that. He didn't know who he was marrying. All he knew was the mask. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he kept having these episodes like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Throughout the show or whatever, the more he found out, the more he read through that journal and everything, the more he found out that she had a whole nother side to her he didn't know anything about. And, you know, he became an addict trying to meet her where she was. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out. It didn't work for him, you know.
Another question. When I was watching that part you just said, first thought in my head is, I think it was Marco that sent me this, that 60% of women are interested in that marriage institution. They are interested in the title. However, if they have a choice, that's not the man they want to be with.
Exactly.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When you look at that lady, do you even think she was ready for marriage?
No, she wasn't. For one, she was broken. You know, and the deeper it gets into the show, the more broken you find out she is. You know what I'm saying? So she was basically still fighting with the toxic relationship that she had previously. You know what I'm saying? You know, the deeper the show goes, you find out she was pregnant, and you find out, all these deep things that her husband didn't even know about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So can you blame? Who do you blame? As men, you and I, we've been through divorce now. Because I was saying this the other day, I'm like, I can look back going through a divorce and say, where I would take blame is, as a man, do your due diligence. In trading, we call it DD. When you trade, we like due diligence. That means dig into who you're trying to do a lifetime with. Mm-hmm. Most men, we are visual people. We see things, we just go for it. Meanwhile, when it comes to this marriage thing, it's a jungle where I feel like if you're looking for a deer, bring a deer home. Don't be distracted with a zebra with a big old booty. Don't see an elephant while you are hunting, looking for someone to settle with. So would you blame the Cooper? Because as a man, I mean, why didn't you really want to dig in? What do you think is wrong with us?
Here's the thing, right? With Cooper, I think Cooper went for you ever heard the term, put your best foot forward. So she saw in Cooper a good man, had his stuff together. So she put her best foot forward when it came to Cooper. And with Cooper not knowing anything about her past, I mean, if you think about it, we don't do background checks, or we don't go asking questions about who the person is.
Do you think we should?
Definitely.
Like this era we're in now.
Definitely as a man, for one. As a man, we definitely need to be doing background checks and all this different stuff. Women should do it too. Women need to be finding out if a guy got a criminal record. Women need to be finding out
what his lifestyle was like.
Exactly. Here's the thing, right? If you are getting together with somebody and y'all are considering marriage, you're supposed to know what their finances is like. Do they have a criminal record? You don't even, you don't know. You might be marrying a pedophile who's on a pedophile list or something.
Right.
So it's important to do a background check and all of that. And I met my first wife in the Navy. So even though the marriage didn't work out, I knew a lot about her. I didn't marry her because we were in love. We was kicking it, and she got pregnant, and we got married. It
wasn't the right reason.
It wasn't the right reason. But guess what? My second marriage, perfect.
Shout out to Miss Tracy, man.
Hey.
I can do that, right?
That's right.
Shout out to Miss Tracy, man.
There's
still the real ones out there.
My wife and I, we checked each other's credit scores, finances, everything. You know what I'm saying? We dated for a while. We got to know each other. We got to know our likes and dislikes. All of that. Before it was a while before we got married. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you what I remember. Like, yo, man, this is family, so I know. I think that marriage, when I went there, it was done on the beach outside. I was there with my ex. I think that marriage, when I was sitting down, the suit he wore, we know where we got it. When Miss Tracy was walking down, my man, I'm telling you all this. He's not. I was there. Mm-hmm. He was crying. I never seen that before. Yeah. And we coming from the military. Like normally, you say like, man, that day I think I didn't even understand the cry until years later. Yeah, that I finally understood. Like, man, this dude. When you find a good thing, dog. Mm-hmm. That tears is worth it.
But to be honest, I blame my sister. Because she was like, she was standing across from me, and I was looking at Tracy walking towards me, and she was like, that's you right there. That's all you right there. And I just looked at my wife, man, and she was just so beautiful. And just, you know, I'm like, hey, we about to make this thing happen.
You
know
were
what I'm saying?
confident. You
Exactly,
knew.
yeah. And this is 11 years later, you know?
Okay. We gonna again that the sex life opened my eyes to a whole lot of things. So that first part we finished it. She's married now. She has 2 kids. Everything she ever wanted.
Yeah.
The dude provided it.
Exactly. She didn't have to work. She didn't have to work.
Everything she ever wanted was given to her.
Yeah. And it wasn't good enough.
First lesson I just learned. In marriages, most of you prepare for what you can control. Nobody prepares for what they cannot control. This guy was a millionaire. He had all the money in the world. This girl wasn't working.
And his career was just
going up. He had everything. But what he fought in his marriage was what he couldn't control. And the problem we're having now in marriages, most of us, we focus so much on what we can control. Let me make the money, let me do this, and everything will be okay. When the fact is, it's not always like that.
Exactly.
Now, let's go back to this woman. She had 2 kids.
Yep.
She wasn't working.
Didn't have to.
She didn't have to do anything. This dude provided everything. And that was her dream. Like, one day she wanted to make it big, whatever. Do you think she was would you blame her, like, was she selfish? Or you blame the dude, like, clown, why did you put up with it?
Well, here's the thing. You know, in a marriage, you shouldn't go digging up graves. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she was doing. She was digging up old graves that supposed to have been buried. As a matter of fact, when she contacted her friend and found out that her friend was messing with Brad, that should have been the end of it.
You're going too far. We gonna get there.
My bad.
We gonna get there.
My bad. But you shouldn't go digging up graves. You know what I'm saying? If you happy and you in your marriage, you and your, you know, once it get to the point where you starting to fantasize about old flames and all of that kind of stuff, once it's in your mind and you can't cut it off, you're gonna keep thinking about it, and next thing you know, it's almost like even if she didn't reach out and ask about him, he would have reached out. Because your mind, it's like telekinesis, you know what I'm saying? It's like how you can be thinking about somebody, and next thing you know, they contact you. Just out the
it's like your mind.
Exactly.
You're talking to the universe. Powerful thing that most of you don't know about. Man.
Exactly.
You're a God. You can contact the universe.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
I've done this.
Man.
I've done
You're
this
a God,
plenty
man.
times.
Talk to the universe.
I've done this plenty times. The mind is so strong,
it's so
man.
Powerful.
And some people they don't have any control of their minds.
So they do a lot. Most of them they don't know they have control. That's why you attract the negative energy all the time. It's your mind, what it's thinking. We will be right back. We're going to talk about loneliness in a marriage.
Definitely, because it does exist.
The loneliness part, we're going to talk about it. We'll be right back. This is DD2. We're talking about Sexlife, Netflix movie if you've not seen it. And we're just going to tell you what we think about it,
Definitely.
right? Shout out to each and every one of you that have been tuning in. This is DD2. We're going to be here for a while, man. That's a long shit.
Hey, this is a good conversation,
that shit
man.
is a long shit.
It's
all right, you guys. We'll be right back. I don't want to take too much time. Peace.